ani maukoro makiroretwo na njira ajega muno thengio ni tondu ndiona ni mukite Irene Rebiro ni ndiona kiuga wi hamwe na ithuĩ Red Casanova ni ndiona kiuria uyu ni aroria kiuria na koria kiuria na githungu akauga I have a question. Can you be able to judge someone's reaction when he or she is just from a heartbreak ni leto kuga ngoro ni iraga and is in the process Lante Casanova and is in the process of healing? Someone who is experiencing a mixed emotion, especially after going through heartbreaking experiences and is trying to heal from all that. Hana waruguru ni arauga amen na nitugithiite wega muno ani tondu kuri andu mathiite na Lante na tutikoja Lante andu ni maithiite na mbere na guturumirira muno makiria na no wega ni tondu nitugithiite wega umuthi mwiroreri atwi na ndereti njega muno twarĩrĩria ũhoro wa dating and relationship na tukorani hihi nĩ ndũ ĩratũma ngoro citũ ciatukange twĩgie na heartbreaks hihi nĩ mwambĩrĩrio wa kĩrĩ mũru ũrĩa twambĩrĩirie dating hihi nĩ expectations ũmwe iria arĩ nacio ũngĩ ndarĩ hihi nĩ handũ hakinye handũ ũngĩ akĩona kũndũ kwega gũkĩra tũtiramenya tũkĩenda mũtarani nĩ athi na mbere agĩtwaragĩria na enjoy nayo kĩrĩ hau ndakwĩra ũnyandĩkĩre kĩũria ũnyandĩkĩre we ũrĩ wakorwo thĩinĩ wa dating nĩ gakũrehera thĩna mũno we ũrĩ wakorwo thĩinĩ wa karũgendo gaka ka wendo gagathira hihi we gaku gathiĩte atĩ nĩ tondũ he mũndũ ũkuga atĩ ona ciana nyingĩ iria iciarĩtwo nĩ atumia arĩa ona mũno turauga single mothers nĩ rũgendo rwakinyĩra handũ rũkĩritũha rĩngĩ ũyũ akĩona tigu expectations ciarĩ no tũrarĩrĩria ũhoro ũcio tondũ ti atumia aingĩ mendete kana mendaga gwĩtuĩka single mothers hihi tũngĩka atĩa kana thĩinĩ wa heartbreaks tũngĩũnina atĩa kana nĩ maũndũ marĩkũ twagĩrĩire gwĩka na nĩguo nĩ tũgĩcirorete ũhoro wa heartbreaks?
Okay. Rure, to get it ready. Let's first answer this one that has asked a question.
Okay.
That Goshira, the one and the same person asked that also kindly explain when you are in a relationship with someone who is at this stage, can you really make your decision whether to be with this person or not, knowing very well you have been through heartbreaks and all that. Nema. Kogwa aroria kana negiro no korwo in a relationship after so many heartbreaks. Odo wa mbere ne bayo uria today. Ask yourself this, and because I'm going to answer you and looking at you. First of all, after you have been through all these heartbreaks, what have you done for yourself? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. Because if you won't heal, remember, if at all you had issues with your relationship based on mistrust, there is something that it has done to you, to your mental health. So anything, even if today you involve yourself with someone else, you will traumatize them with your insecurities. That's number one. So you can only, because not everyone is meant to heal alone. Not everyone is meant to can walk alone.
You need a nurse.
There are times you need a nurse, but now in the process, you also need to be mature enough. You must have emotional intelligence, because it doesn't mean when you are emotionally intelligent and self-aware, you won't go through a heartbreak. But you can go through a heartbreak and still not traumatize your partner. Okay? So first of all, you need to have you need to be self-aware. And you must be able to be emotionally intelligent, understanding that there are issues you will be discussing that will trigger you, and you must be able to discuss them without involving your emotions or bringing your emotions on the table.
Wow.
You understand? So I normally say that if you want to enter into a relationship, in as much you suffer the heartbreak, ask yourself a question. Am I emotionally healed? Am I emotionally intelligent? Can I be able to discuss issues without me being triggered? Because understand this, you are triggered by Carol, or you are messed up by Carol. Now you're in a relationship with the mercy. You enter into a relationship with the mercy. You must understand you're dealing with two different individuals. And sometimes because of overthinking and a lot of insecurities, each time you will always be playing some certain scenarios in your mind. Hence, you will keep on thinking mercy will do you as Carol did to you. So you must be in a space to be able to differentiate the people you are dealing with. You might enter into a relationship with a healed Mercy, where she will not tolerate your triggers. Because also when you had broken, you also need to be up again and willing to heal.
You be strong and mature again.
Like you need to be in a space whereby I want to heal. You also want to heal. You must be intentional with your healing. You must be able to discuss. You must be able to learn how to control your emotions. Okay? So in all this, what I must say, if you know your emotions are weak, you are not stable enough, we normally tell people, toka kwa kiwanja. Go do some self-work on yourself. Go do some what? Self-work. Heal. Heal your mental state. Heal your emotions. Take time off dating. Take time off completely. Step aside. Then heal. And healing, it simply means that you're willing now to do a shadow work. It's not always about what people did to you, but also you need to do an open surgery on yourself to see where also did I play a part.
You need to work on yourself.
Yes, open up yourself. Because what you think was good for the other person might have not been good to them. Okay? We must reach to a place whereby we are able to know what you think I'll be happy with is not what I'll be happy with. And you must be able to accept that. That your way of loving is not her way of being loved. You must be keen enough to understand how does she want to be loved, or how does he want to be loved. You don't impose your ways of how you have been loving other people, and you're trying to impose this on this person. You must be knowing that you're dealing with different individuals who are coming from different backgrounds. There are people who will be impressed by good stuff. There are people who are impressed by having intellectual conversations, mind games. You know, like you need to have somebody you can have an all-round conversation with. Like they are able to bring out, or they're able to relate socially well with other people. You're able to hold conversation without you feeling triggered and all that. So whatever you are looking for, first of all, be it. You understand? Whatever you are looking for, first of all, be it. Because if you lack love for yourself, you can't give it. You can't give what you don't have. You understand? If you lack maturity, you can't give. If you lack boundaries, you can't give. You can't set your own standards. If you lack discipline, when someone else, when you meet people who have boundaries and values, and they are healed and everything, you will begin to see as if they are cutting you off. You'll begin to see as if they don't love you enough. But they only want you to rise to their level. So you must move from any place where you say, you know what, yes, I was hurt, I was broken, but I'm willing to rise above this. I'm willing to walk this journey. But if you feel you're being triggered all the time, then it's good for you to step aside. You go do some self-work. Then come again to the ring. Because mapenzi haishagi. Na watu hawaishi.
Kuna watu husema hananga mapenzi iliisha kabisa.
Now there's someone who is not healed. What he did, they only covered. Have you ever seen the way you have a wound? But instead of opening the wound and cleaning it, you just put up a bandage and you seal it. So what happens is that the pain is there, but they want to act it's all okay.
Kuna watu wanasema sitaipenda tena. Ina anasema niogopa
Never say
wanaume,
never.
niogopa wanawake.
Never say never.
They are not healed.
They are not healed. They are still trapped in their own pain. They are trapped in trauma. They are trapped into... And also, again, this is another topic that we need to discuss. When you are broken, or when you have healed, like people who are healed, they tend to attract sick people to themselves. And not because they want to, it is because they have a healing aura. And also they need to understand that it is not your duty to heal someone.
There's another question.
Yes.
Is there any specific period of healing, or how long should one take to be able to start being emotionally intelligent?
What I'll say is this. Healing is linear. That today you will feel you are okay. You have it all together figured out. And the next moment, you're feeling like you don't have it in control at all. So healing will take time. Yes. No, sometimes you are seated like this and you're feeling you are okay. You are, you know, you're everywhere.
And then you start crying.
And then out of nowhere, you begin to cry. You become emotional all over. It is because it's still healing. Even that crying, it is still healing. Healing takes time. Even as we think that we have healed, a time reaches because everyone has gone through something that really messed them up, either mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because healing is all around, depending on what affected you in one time in your life. So sometimes you will feel, I have it all figured out. You have the confidence, you have it all.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, I'm ready to face it, but out of nowhere again, you shrink.
You feel very weak.
Exactly. You shrink. It's not that you're not healing. You're healing. But even if I am triggered, or even if I'm in that space, I am feeling like I'm not in control, I should not have an outburst to my partner. I should not cause a reaction to them. Because it doesn't involve them. Those are my inner battles. I must be able to control my emotions. You understand?
Yeah.
Because everyone you are going to meet, they're healing from something. But being self-aware and being in control of your emotions, that's where we draw the line. Because once you're self-aware, you know what triggers you, you know how to go about it. Without involving the other party, without traumatizing the other person, without making them feel guilty, without making them explain themselves over and over again, because it's very draining to do all of that. So what I normally tell people, can you work on yourself to a level whereby if someone cheated on you, or if someone killed, or in your past relationship somebody killed, or someone tried to kill you, if you enter another relationship, be so much self-aware that a topic of a spouse killing the other, you understand? That I'll be able to have that discussion so comfortably. So comfortably without me being triggered. No matter, even if someone tried to kill me, I will not outpour. I will not bring my emotions and my personal issues on the table. But I can discuss it from a social space. Very comfortably, not bringing myself on the table. That is not what we call being self-aware. That you're able to handle situations that attacked you, or like, I have gone through these things. Someone tried to murder me in my relationship. It was hard, it was painful and everything. But I can also come and handle your case. Someone tried to kill you.
But you can't handle yours.
No, like, I can come and discuss it with you without bringing my story on the table. I don't know if you're getting it.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Like, I'm able to discuss your issue, take you through that issue without me myself bringing me there. You get? Like, I begin to deal with your issue as you. And you will not hear me mentioning myself in it. So that is being self-aware. That nothing triggers you. Nothing triggers your emotions whatsoever. It shows maturity. It shows emotional intelligence. It shows that you are ready now even to date.
Wow.
Because even in dating, let me tell you something. Even in dating, even if you are divorced with 10 children or 5 children, you still have a trauma.
How can we still relate this trauma of heartbreaks?
The only way you can relate, first of all, just do what you want in this life. And before you go for it, you eat. Be eat first. You want someone to bring maturity, respect, loyalty, trust. Put that on the table.
Shock absorbers.
Yes.
na ndũngĩaga gũthiĩ uge atĩ waraĩ na maima kũrĩ ũndũ mũndũ angĩana shock absorbers ona relationship ĩngĩrora ũrũranie nayo wagĩranie nayo kana umĩra mũhotani wage heartbreak
uthiaga atiriri. Now when you're self-aware, it's when you begin to understand someone's actions don't define you. It's a whole level.
Men.
Mostly. Men are mostly. So there's a way the society. Yes. Actually, men are the one who get hurt most, but it's women who play the victim. Most because they know how to express themselves mostly, and the men, they know how to suppress the emotions because they are told a man doesn't cry, a man doesn't talk much about the emotions,
and they don't talk about it.
Exactly. So you find a man is a messed up soul, totally messed up.
Todo already anybody didn't akona mundu kumurehera gas ni akona mundu na indo agagithii akoraga ngoro eno.
Come again.
Already anybody they kana no ne akona mundu kumsurprise ne akona secretary maya ne akona mundu ramwe gari agagithii agakiuraga jana eno agatigana na hau no.
You also need to have a coping mechanism. For example, a toto isire, there's a way it works, right? Very slowly. But when you hit it, what does it do? It covers it's whatever, it covers itself inside. You understand? Once it has covered itself, it's like it gives itself time to sense the atmosphere is safe again for me to come out. So even you as an individual, there's always a mechanism that you have. There is always a mechanism that you apply. But you must have a healthy one that doesn't make the other person feel as if they're being blocked. This is where you must be able to communicate. Communication is key. Learning how to express yourself without being emotional.
Wow.
Tabling your issues. Barodhi A, B, C, D. 2, ta. You are able to explain yourself without being abusive, without being disrespectful, without hurting or diminishing the other person's self-esteem in any way. Don't worry, the only way we are able to cope all this heartbreak and everything, before you go for it, be in a space that you are ready and be intentional and know what you're looking for. Yeah.
Wow.
And before again also heal. If you have other traumas, begin to do that shadow work on your own. And shadow work simply means that you do an open surgery. Not only you being able to see what other did to you, but also see what you did to them to trigger them.
But we did relationship in
again, no, it's not supposed to be so because it all depends. There are people who manages it very well. But mostly those are people who are...
How will you be nasty if you are not with another person?
You can be broken today and you feel like, I can't take this alone. So you enter into a relationship willing and intentionally. Being intentional that I will enter into this relationship because I might be heartbroken, but I've seen what I want. And because I want to see, because I've seen what I want to go for it. But I must be very well emotionally stable, not to bring my other heartbreak to this thing that is very precious to me. So I'll be open, like this is me. I'm coming from this, and I have been done this, but I'm willing to give this a shot. Okay? So when you are entering to it, I'm telling you, you must be very emotionally mature, not traumatized, because you can find a healed soul and you wound it. So just because you are traumatized, stop traumatizing other people. So if you know you are not capable, you'll be triggered. You don't know how to control yourself. You have no control over your emotions, will be outburst and everything. Step aside. But if you feel that you are capable of doing it, but the best way to do it, I normally tell people, step aside.
wape ikale ugu wehere maundu macio.
Heal. Take your time, focus on you, build you, love you more, learn yourself, understand what triggers you, what doesn't work for you, what works for you. Believe you me, I have come to see people who entered the relationship when they were sick. When they got healed, they walk away, as what you are saying. Because once they have healed, they begin to realize themselves. Hey, I settled for the less. This is not what I want. I want somebody who is a high-value woman. Exactly. Ilikuwa tu ni kivuli nimeingia nifanye nini? Nipumzike. I tell people the reality. And I tell them, yeah, as you can see me now is what you want. Because you are sick. But the moment you heal, you look at me twice and like, yeah, I can't stand this woman. That's the reality. I know because I was sick before. I know that people will be dealing with. Yes. I was sick before. I saw. There are people I was dealing with and they got it. I was like, what was I doing here? Hey, this is not what I was. You know, it reaches to a point and you begin to realize yourself and you're like, way, nilikimbia. No, you start looking for a way to exit. You understand? Or one day I wake up, you ghost someone.
Wow.
This is why most of the time you'll ask, we dated, we had plans, kumba mtu alienda akajita kamkutano mahali adira kita kamusamaniyo akirora agetiki akeigwa we nejoretie oyo tiwega and they disappear.
Tukirikia ogera mundu atia we have ukwite grown into a relationship kana mundu leda kodate ogemwena atia.
What I want to tell our viewers today, I know you are there, you might be heartbroken, you might have gone through a lot. What I'll tell you before, first, jira mudu dukana kwe goro, weda kana kwedwo. There is a God of second chance. Na, even the Bible says that, and no one shall lack a mate. So, just to know, God has not intended for you to be single. Because we're not an island. But also, before now, you first realize your mistakes, know where you went wrong. Jugaga ogeda kohona. First of all, on every on you are never perfect. Ona mahitia maku, work on them. What I take work on them, Ray. Now put your specs. What do you want? And what I want, do I resonate with it? Do I have what I want? Because you want someone who is faithful, you want someone who is loyal, someone who has respect. But the question is, do you have the same? Will you bring the same on the table? Now, okay? Also, we menye be focused on yourself first. Work on you. And once you have worked on yourself, the rest becomes just additional. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. No, you got one-on-one counseling. No, you got group counseling.
I normally actually take them through a journey. We normally take a journey whereby we are able to know what started where. Nimu odwabera jikwaga mudu ahurire thimu. We fix a meeting together. Then we are able to discuss all those other issues. But first we need to understand what is ailing you. Yes.
No age limit kwa mudu gani jika counseling
taru normally jikwaga the best age most when it comes to relationships from the age of 25. There is a bit of maturity as we move, but the pre-25s and below, today you advise them A, tomorrow you find them they have done Z. They jumped and they still come back right to you. But I normally say that even kids, even teenagers, I deal with all people. But most when it comes to relationship, I normally say that know yourself first. And knowing yourself and discovering yourself, to start from the age of 25. Let no one lie to you. They know themselves when they're the age of 20. It's a lie. My number is 0722 575 023. You can also WhatsApp me. You can text me. Also on Facebook, you can text me via Messenger. I'm always, because mostly my business is online. So mostly I will respond to you. Yeah. Gong Road. And also in Mombasa. We have partnered with other dealers. So it depends on the kind of car you're looking for. Gari the specs you're looking for. Na beitaru mostly Nairofire. Not all warehouses za magari zinafanya hire purchase. Hire purchase no dokiugaga nino ukakiriha 50% deposit ino mugake agree the long mwake agree how long are you going to pay the balance, and mostly Nairobi they don't give that. But now when you are coming for a hire purchase vehicle, we mostly refer you to Mombasa, because Mombasa we have many showrooms, and they're also looking for clients, and also they give the best deals sometimes. But if you're doing on a cash sale, here in Nairobi also we have the best cars. Yes.
Wow. Thank you muno na ngai akurathime na gwika maundu mega na marutugi na twagwita ringi ukatondo na tatwikira ugathomoria ukana niguo twarie na niguo tumenye uhoro wa kuhonia heartbreaks tondu ndwingi gwirire ni kurimira mararimira na niguo ikihone na ngai witu akiri mwega muno ni ndagucokeria ngatho mwiroreri wakwa wa Tiwana TV ni undu wa gutwarana hamwe na ithuĩ gathabarĩ kega ndereti-inĩ ukatwandĩkĩra message ũgatũria ciũria ngai wa muoyo akũrathime na gwĩka maũndũ mega mũno na maũtugi ndakũhoera ũgĩe na mũthenya mũthaka na matanya na merirĩria mangora yaku mwathani ngai witũ wa matu-inĩ atuĩke wa mahingia. Nĩngwenda kũheana rambirambi ciakwa kũrĩ baba Taira na mama Taira na family yao yothe, Mr. and Mrs. Peter nĩ ũndũ wa gũtigwo nĩ mwana wao. We had a fundraiser yesterday, tutinaigania mbeca, koguo ũngĩkorwo na kanyamũ wega ũthiĩ na mbere na kuongerera ciaria icio. We needed 10.7 million nĩguo mahote gũthika mwana wao ũrĩa ũraikare thibitarĩ for more than 3 months. Ana ngai witũ akĩrĩ mwega. Mathiko nĩ ma Wednesday, hau nĩ njũĩ Ngai nĩ egũthiĩ na mbere na kũheana indo na arĩa angĩ matigĩtwo nĩ andũ ao. Ngai witũ aromomĩrĩria ana meke maũndũ mega. He mũnjĩrĩga wĩtagwo Macharia nake nĩ atigĩtwo nĩ mamu wao, onake athikwo Wednesday kũrĩa Komathai, ona Macharia Ngai witũ arokũmĩrĩria anathi na mbere ana gwĩka maũndũ mega na maũndũ maũtugi. Ngwĩraga maũndũ-inĩ maũndũ-inĩ maku mothe rĩa MC rĩa ngurario rĩa ũhiki rĩa kĩ niĩ barothi ngĩrĩ MC waku mwega, na tondũ thina wega na tigo na wega tigo mũico wa kuonana rĩ, hoyagĩra na nĩngũhoyagĩre o nginyagia twacemania mũthenya wa wetatũ tabarĩra-inĩ wendete mũno ya Muharati-Ini Wa Umenyo. Ngai agwĩke wega, Ngai akuonekanĩre, Ngai akũrathime. Shalom.